Karen Bartley, Julian Laurent in the studio. Karen, Manchester United in the title race, yes or no?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, just look at them, their form. They're absolutely flying. They're full of confidence. I mean, Erik Tenhag has a well-oiled machine, and he's, definitely at the helm. And there's a lot of belief. I mean, Rashford is absolutely flying. The changes that have been made in terms of like the substitutions and the timing of it, they're all really, really effective. So I think Erik Ten Hag is very confident in his strategy and his decision making, and I think especially off the win of the League Cup final, he's got the fans on side, he's got the organization on side, and there's real evidence that what he's doing works.
It's a massive turnaround in such a short space of time, isn't it? Like, I know in the middle they had the defeat at the Etihad, a hefty one, but remember this last game between Liverpool, Manchester United at Old Trafford? That was so pivotal for Ten Hag to get the fans on side.
It was a turning point, really, considering he'd lost to Brentford away and to Brighton at home before that. And remember, it was a Monday night game. And it was like, I don't think any manager at United history had lost the first three in the league or something.
Yeah.
It was a crazy start.
I remember those. Players
like Casemiro, like Rashford, slowly becoming some of the best players in the league.
Is there anyone in better form than Marcus Rashford right now? I mean, the confidence is just oozing out of him, isn't it? 17.
Really want to know.
The runs in behind, this is what he's always done, the pace, you use the pace, and I think they're doing that really well this season. But he's added heading goals, for example, which was not really his forte before. You see there the stats, the minute per goal. If you look at his expected goals as well, so he's doing much better than the goals that you expect him to score, which is hard to maintain, really, because the gap is quite big between what you expected him to score and what he actually scored. I don't know if you're a big expected goals fan or not.
No. I mean, I can go into all sorts of depth with that, but I think what is fascinating as well about how he's changed and his goal threat is the types of movements that he's making.
Yeah.
To your point, he's running inside, or getting in behind, I should say, but he's also he's become almost more technical than I felt like he was, a few seasons ago in terms of understanding, getting into tight spaces, the tight control, but then also, what was it, run from the outside, inside.
Is that Ten Hag?
I don't know.
So.
It must be, right? Because he just seems so much more confident to take people on, 1v1, 2v1, whatever it is, get across people and make sure that, if he does lose the ball, at least he's fouled.
Yeah.
He seems a lot more intelligent about his approach.
Do you know what I really want to ask you about Marcus Rashford? And I noticed this so many times, particularly this season, and he's done it for years, but he very often aims at the goalkeeper's feet deliberately. Right? You don't see a lot of strikers do that, try and pick out corners top and bottom. And he has so much success with it. I mean, is that a keeper's nightmare with so much power at the feet?
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I think a lot of times with him as well, there's not very much backlift. So as a keeper, you're looking for a trigger. You're looking at where the ball is in relation to them. Is it close? Is it central? If it's central, it could go right, left, whatever. If it's toe poke, it could be anywhere. And so it's about that timing as a goalkeeper, like when you hit the set. And for him, it's really difficult because the set position, obviously your legs are a bit wide, and it's really, really difficult to go from a narrow start position. So you're seeing keepers go down in the block or maybe try to close the distance as a spread.
It's a big risk from him though, because it could go very wrong, couldn't it?
Well, yes and no, but clearly he doesn't think it's going to, and it's working for him as well. But for me, it's the fact that there's hardly any backlift as well.
Doing a lot of work with Benny McCarthy, who is the forward coach now at Manchester United, and I think working with Ten Hag and in a structure has helped Marcus a lot. And I think the work with Benny McCarthy in terms of finishing, making those runs, having that kind of confidence has also helped him a lot.
Players in the summer, and to rebuild that side, it's clearly an aging squad. It's clearly evolving, and it needs to evolve a bit quicker. We're seeing obviously Nunez is creating a lot of opportunities, finishing more, but he's a fascinating player. He's pacey. He's unpredictable. You don't necessarily know what you're going to get from him. He doesn't always make the decisions that you think he's going to make, which as a player as well, as a keeper, you think, oh, you're probably going to put it there. And he could scuff it and it could go in. You just don't know what you're going to get out of him. The likes of Salah, obviously, he's playing in a different kind of role. So he's not getting the touches, the services that we're used to seeing him get. Obviously, bringing in Gakpo as well. That front three, part of me thinks maybe are they too similar or are they just really, really different? Like, how are you making them work together as a unit?
And Jota's back. And of course, Luis Diaz isn't far away as well. Just